Welcome to the No Pressure Program.
Good evening. This is Logic. Very happy I am to be back in the United States and back on the network, even for so short a visit as this one. Back with old friends like who's tonight's director, and nobody argued the point. A lot of people asked us to do it again, so it's gratifying to get the chances to do it again, so it's gratifying to get the chance now. Personally, I've never met anybody who didn't like the incredible true story. Not tonight. What we do have is a thriller. It's half as good as we think it is. You can call it a classic. Quite possibly. A little escapade of mine involving a couple of planets, which shall be nameless, is responsible. Doesn't really matter. A story doesn't have to appeal to the heart. It can also appeal to the spine. And with two magic words.
Hey, no pressure. Never graduated, but I school him like professor. Growing up, the world always told me I was lesser. Growing up, the world told me I could not address her. Gangsters put that heat to your head like a hairdresser. If you press an issue on they block.
Hey, Logic. Sneak here. I hear you're planning world domination through a new form of Metal Gear. Well, listen to me. It won't work.
This liquor that I'm drinking got me thinking about some other shit. Feeling like I'm sinking like Titanic or some other ship. Word to your mothership. Boy, that's that gutter shit. Breaking down the weed to get high as Thomas and Kai. But y'all ain't ready for that shit. That's more like Ultra 85. Memories of powdered milk and roaches in my cereal. Praying at my crew next like cotton material. Never had a car, that's why I hate the fucking bus. Took this 61 to Germantown and hear them guns bust. Call it static. My headphones on, it's Illmatic. On my Rosa Parks in the bag, writing like B-Rabbit. How I carry it. Murdered it, beating, and I'ma bury it. Producing tracks for the underground like Harriet. Drop another #1 and watch them all get mad again. Memorizing verses like the Vatican, I'm glad again. Empty the clip and then do that again. And now we riding around the city on $1.25. Boy, you better keep your head down if you wanna stay alive. People telling you to stay in your lane, can't even drive. Tell you not to chase your dreams cause they chained to a 9 to 5. I'm too alive like twins in a womb. Come hither, consume all of my memories from past and present like two identities. Logic falling off is an obscenity. Top 5 I better be steadily dogging these bitches like I'm a pedigree. Attain class with no degree. Fuck a GED, EBT, and the HOC. Feeling free, yeah, I'm feeling free. But it costs a fee to be the boss it costs to be. Over possessions like an apostrophe. It's chemical warfare on the block. Who got the rock? A tablespoon of baking soda leave you shell shocked. Leave the pusher in a cell block and his customer in a box. The government got my pops. The government can't be stopped. I'm a gladiator. This shit right here more like random thought. It's more like...
We interrupt this transmission with a special report.
Okay.
What's up, Internet? My name is Matt Santana. Welcome to The Office, where we discuss tech and the world around. I am a professional photographer and videographer, and sometimes I find myself needing to switch back and forth between both modes. Now, that means that some accessories may not work well for me, meaning photos.
I think it's gonna be a good day. Homie got the 9 in the glove and he don't play. Had a lot of hard times, but it's okay. 101 on the 4-5, OJ. I'm feeling normal, yeah, I'm feeling myself. Feeling good, yeah, I'm feeling my health. Got a couple plaques up on my shelf. Money in the safe at the crib just to fill my wealth. Think I'm gonna put it all on the line. I think I'm really gonna do it this time. I think I got a whole lot of my mind.
So I've searched and I've come across the EOS cage by Ace. Now this cage is a little bit different because it is meant to be a little bit more ergonomic. It is not meant for photographers. It is not solely for videographers. However, I believe that the lightweight and ergonomics of this cage might fit the needs of any hybrid shooter out there. And if you're like me and you shoot videos and photos, this cage might be for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the unboxing, first impressions, and install. And let's see how this thing checks out. I cannot wait to use it.
People on Twitter hashtagging, but in real life they never pitching. I came with conviction. I hope you came to listen. No matter how much I ignore it, this message my mission. God hit my line. This world is in critical condition. addiction. Like a fiend that need fixing, that done battled addiction. Been addicted to money, been addicted to fame.
Checks out.
Addicted
Okay, so
to
we have
arenas and people screaming my name. But it's time to let go, it's time to make a change. So can you hit my line? I know you hear this rhyme, but come to think of it, you probably hear this all the time.
Checks out. Okay, so we have a top-down view here. I hope you can see everything well. This is the 8 Sen cage for the EOS R, and I decided to pick this particular cage up through a recommendation from another creator out there. Shout out to Dean Jackson for helping me with this. I looked at a lot of different cages, especially the more popular ones, but this one especially, being my first cage, I was really worried about ergonomics. And as I looked at as much as I could online about this one, I noticed that this one is really good for that. So let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed and we can check it out and see how it fits on the EOS R. So in the box you get some snacks. These are, looks like marshmallow cheese puffs. And you just get the cage. Very simple packaging. So let's go ahead and get this opened up. I have a tiny little mark here. Look. I have a tiny little mark here. It looks like out of the box. Here it looks like out of the box. That's not good. But looking around, this thing is very I'm gonna fast forward a little bit, but I'm going to.
This album was written over the course of 1 week, and
So just a little tour.
In just 4 studio
You have a spot here
between
for
Logic
your.
and No ID.
This thing is very.
Perfected
And
over the
a
course
Allen
of
key.
the year that followed.
I have a tiny little mark here. It looks like out of the box. That's not good. But looking around.
Very happy I am to be back in the United States and back on the network. Even for so short a visit as this one. Back with old friends like...
These are, looks like marshmallow cheese puffs. And you just get the cake. It's very simple packaging. So let's go here. Look. I have a tiny little mark here. It looks like out of the box. Here it looks like out of the box. That's not good. But looking around, this thing is very. I have a tiny little mark here. It looks like out of the box. That's not good. But looking around,
Very happy I am to be back in the United States and back on the network.
like marshmallow cheese puffs, and you just get the cage. Very simple packaging. So let's go here. Look. I have a tiny little mark here. It looks like out of the box.
Yeah. You say make some space? Yeah.
What up? What up, Trent? How's that new camera working for you, man? I see you doing work. This thing is very. Box. Go ahead and get into the unbox. Cage up through a recommendation from box. That's not good. Have a tiny little mark here. It looks like out of the box. That's not good, but what up? What up? What up, Marcus? Yo, how'd you get an alert? Did it come through on the YouTube app? I have a tiny little mark here. It looks like out. Yeah, I'm gonna show that. Yeah, of course I'm ugly, bro. Always. I have a tiny little mark. I have a tiny little Marcus. Here, look. You hear him? Do you hear? Look. Tiny little mark. I have a tiny little mark. You hear that? That's what you are. You are a tiny little mark. Come on my stream, bruh. Whoop, whoop. What were you using before? It's your first full frame, right? Here it looks like out of the box. That's not good. But looking around. I'm still getting used to Premiere myself. I came from Final Cut. Box. That's not good. But looking around, this thing is very, very nicely built. Feels really good. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit, but I'm going to just a little tour, and I'm cutting that out. Y'all get to see a little bit of behind the scenes of when I like start talking and then I realize I'm going to fast forward a little bit, but I'm going to. This thing is very, very nicely built. That's not good. But looking around, this thing is very, very nicely built. Feels really good. So this thing is very, very nicely built. Feels really good. So just a little tour around the cage. I don't care if I get demonetized. I gotta listen to this new Logic. You have a spot here for your hot shoe that goes on top of the camera, as you can see. You also Oh, I got the camera mounted, by the way, right now. Actually, you guys can see it. Hold on. Let me see if y'all can see it. Hold on. Smash the window of that fire ride just to see what we can snatch from up inside. To the flashing lights come around that corner, then we run and hide. Praying to God up in heaven at 11 at night, and I got no alibi. My dude dipped to Stewart Town. Let's not come around these parts if you're a hybrid shooter, man, and you need a cage, I need to check this out. Cage is pretty dope. Don't never stop, here come the cops. Shooting up the hood like black ops. Cause trigger happy police tend to trigger happy people. I have a tiny little mark here, looks like out of the box. That's not good. But looking around, this thing is very, very nicely built. Feels really good. So just a little tour around the cage. You have here for your mounts here for your neck strap, and you have a cold shoe for attaching something else. Very sturdy. So just a little tour around the cage. You have a lot of mounting points. Good. So just a little I'ma show my gratitude, no attitude, no autotune like T-Pain doing unplugged. I'm unplugged like Trinity. Wonder how the people gonna remember me. Switch up the plan. We all say it, we all claim it, but it's no use. The greatest rapper alive is probably stacking produce. Looks like you get 2 screws and a Allen key. I have a tiny little mark here. Looks like out of the box. That's not good. But looking around, this thing is very, very nicely built. Feels really good. So just a little. You and me golden together in this perfect harmony. I hear them calling. I can hear them calling me. We've come a long way since HOC. From the bottom. When come from the bottom, you ain't get no chances, man. I'ma do this to the 4th of July, blow up straight to the sky. Good, we high. I remember when a nigga had to ask for money. Been a long time since I had to do that. This ain't free. Try this out. Cape than the small rig cases that are very popular. Stay on their camera all the time. I'm gonna take off my 35 that are very popular. Man, so I wanted to try this. I'll be right back, y'all.
This album marks the reunion of Logic.
I'll be right back.
For the first time
Refill.
in 6 years since the inception of its predecessor.
Hey, it's a celebration. Came a long way from bus stops and washing dishes, from rags to stove top to Mastros. Man, this shit is delicious. People denying my past like that shit is fictitious. I'm Spike Spiegel, but I'm known to be vicious. I get under people's skin like stitches. No strings attached, I just let it dissolve. Give it time and then let it resolve. It's been a minute now, my style feeling infinite now. Used to people pulling me down, it ain't shit to me now. Don't let it get to me now. Throughout my phone, they can't get to me now. Keep it humble, but love to get big head. Bad bitch wanna me, I get money instead. I mean, what's rap without a little braggadocio? People telling me to rap just how I'm supposed to. Most people wanna tell you what to do, cause it's what they wanna do if they had the opportunity to, but too scared. That's why they live vicariously.
Alright, I'm back.
Logic, what you should do is rap
It's taking too long.
Nah, I'd rather not. That's why I'm in the mansion and you sleeping on the cot, but you still study everything I drop. Too many people wanna tell you what you can and cannot. Go to school, get a job, get married and have kids. People gon' tell you what to do for long as you live. Break the cycle. Shoot for the stars, we'll walk like Michael. To be a leader first, you gotta be a disciple. To celebrate the rhymes, the streets, the dimes. You know I'm trying to eat up. It's my time for the celebrate the rhymes, the streets, the dimes. You know I'm trying to eat up. It's my time. It's a celebration, y'all. Celebration now. Wherever I
small rig cases that small bit more ergonomic than the small rig cases that are very popular, and so I wanted to try this out. Cages typically are meant for filming. However, with this type of cage and it being ergonomic, I imagine that this might be a good option for hybrid shooters out there who need something that can stay on their camera all the time. It is all ergonomic than the small rig cases that are very popular, and so I wanted to try this out. My use case for this is I am a hybrid shooter. Ergonomic than the small rig cases that are very popular, and so I wanted to try this out.
Logic and his crew played chess mercilessly throughout the album's creation.
Case for this. Cages typically are meant.
This brother we're gonna bring up to the stage usually does not come in on Monday nights. You're in for a real treat.
So what I usually do right here is whenever I have a break in, like, I wanted to try this out. Cages typically are. This is where I'll put in some B-roll, kind of hide that. I don't really script my videos, but you know. Are very popular, and so I wanted to try this out because cages typically are. And so I wanted to try this out. Cages typically are than the small rig cases that are very popular. Are very popular. Only saw domestic violence and racial division. Social worker trying to take me away, but I know that group home probably worse. Nah, no way. At least I know my eyes here. I'ma be okay. Adapted to the lifestyle, so I'ma be okay. I'll keep that one just in case. And what I do is I'll make some markers so that I can go back and either shoot some additional B-roll if I haven't already, or use some B-roll that I didn't shoot already. Sometimes I'll shoot some B-roll when I first start off so that I know what I have, but sometimes I do go back and shoot more B-roll, which sucks, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Is amazing. One day you're on top and the next they wanna erase them. Go. What I'm facing every day, a new frustration. People thinking I'm complacent. People thinking that I changed like a cashier. But I can't let that register get the one out of here. Buy a brick and roll it light and get high as the stratosphere. I can hear the voices in my mind when I rhyme. Give it up, you're out of time. Never even had a prime. Like a primo, never linked up with 5'9". I'm back like the muscle surrounding my vertebrae. Okay, for what you gotta say, I keep it going already. Knowing I'm flowing for the listener. You're kinda like a therapist, or rather cold in 2005, flowing like cannabis. That throwback shit, yeah, that throwback shit. But you heard my catalog, it ain't got no action. Cause I'm a gladiator in a coliseum. Cages typically are meant for filming. However, with this type of cage and it being ergonomic, I imagine that this might be a good option for hybrid shooters out there who need something that can stay on their camera all the time. Okay, well maybe sometimes, occasionally in some rhymes, but it's fine. In due time, I'm the illest to ever do it. Come now, Bobby boy, cool it. An indigenous era of the indigenous MC, riding this to the tank on E. What's up? Out there who need something that can stay on their camera all the time. Go ahead and take off my 35. Man, I lost my edits, man. This ain't even. a cold shoe for attaching some.
From deep down inside, I wrote this sitting shotgun in my favorite ride, reflecting on memories from my childhood, bringing a baby in this world. I hope my child good. All I ever gave a fuck about was my career.
The small rig cases that are very popular. Cages typically are meant for filmmakers. However, with this type of cage and it being ergonomic, I imagine that this might be a good option for hybrid shooters out there who need something that can stay on their camera all the time and be good for photo and video. So let's get it onto the camera and we'll see what it is like. Go ahead and take off my 35. And I'm going to need to take off my Peak Design capture plate.
Surrounded by people that love me, don't want nothing from me but my happiness. Off the internet, that's when I'm at my happiest. Scrolling so much, my thumb up. We call that carpal tunnel vision. Follow me like religion on this course of collision. Feeling in prison, and this is my freedom through these lyrics as I repeat them and beat them into my conscience like a dinosaur. This lyricism straight to the dome like through the sinus. I think I finally found my paradise. It's where the time is. Conversations with people, crazy how one day the legends forget that they equal on this.
So let's go ahead and that's taking it back. We keep it pushing. People scared to change, but you'll find me deep in the cushion. Even when I win and feel like I'm losing, listening to beats in the beamer cruising. I think I got another hit, I can feel my body bruising. What's the conclusion, or rather my hypothesis? Let's get it onto the camera and we'll see what it is like. You better believe I know how to turn a profit with ease. Take off 35. I'm always overseas. Hurricane Bobby in the studio blowing trees. Switch the topic, I drop it, and leave them all concussed. When I bust, no thrust, that's what we living in this industry. Rule number 4081. Your new shit ain't good as your old shit. See, your new shit is your old shit, son. And this son, let me get some. I wear this 24 karat solid gold rolling for my son as an heirloom. Not for looking dope as I rhyme, as a representation to give your family your time. If you're searching for love in the industry, you'll be let down. They don't love you till you dead, and then they call you profound. No matter how many you was in the end, you still underground. That's the truth. Feeling close to the cliff like Rick Dalton in the booth. Money ain't the key to happiness, and it's the proof. Modern day rap is like a golden era spoof, but a few of us were surging within the second renaissance. And I know that my debut times been keeping a legacy going by flowing so involuntarily seamless. Me and my team is finally reaping what we've been sowing like a seamstress. I said I'm on one. Now I haven't done a review on the EOS R yet, but if you guys are interested in a review, let me know. I've been using this camera for a while. I moved on from the 6400 if you don't know, and I've been enjoying it. All my videos in the past several months have been on this camera, along with that 35 millimeter camera. So let's go ahead and figure out how we put this on. Slide it in. And there's a slot down there for the screw. Have anybody here used this is thing called a loop deck, and so right now I'm using a keyboard and mouse, but there's this thing called a loop deck out there where you can actually like mix and edit and chop up videos and even photos. I don't know, I'm thinking about upgrading to that, because sometimes when I'm switching back and forth, I'm learning the presets for Premiere, but sometimes when I'm moving back and forth, man, I feel like I'd be much faster with a loop deck. But how we put this on, you know, looks like we just slide through. Or the screw. Go ahead and do that. Both the same side. And what I'm currently editing on, by the way, too, is an ultra wide, so that's why you see a lot. That's why you see the screen so wide, and then you have me at the top. Ultra wides are really good for editing video because you can see a timeline across the bottom like I have, which works out pretty well. But yeah, ultra wides are the way to go. Now, mine is about like budget mid-tier, but if you go higher, you can actually game on it. I don't have one that you can game on. I have a separate monitor for that, but I love my ultra wide, man. Woo. A cold shoe. I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep this in the video, but I'm gonna speed it up. My video is at 17 minutes right now, so typically I have a lot of footage that I end up trimming down, or I speed some things up, especially if I'm doing certain things. I don't need to show you guys that stuff. So, first impression. A cold shoe. Neck strap, and you have a cold shoe for attaching the camera. As you can see, you also have a
I did it, I made it, I'm loved and I'm hated. I started from the bottom, now my neighborhood is gated. They say drink to your accomplishments, so every night I'm faded. Feel like every other day me and somebody new related. You my sister, cousin, brother from the other side. The other side.
Cage, you have a lot of mounting points. You have a spot here for your hot shoe that goes on top of the camera, as you can see. You also have a view here for be precise. You have access here to, and also have access to everything. You see the cutouts are very precise. Cage, you have a lot of mounting points. You have a spot here for, but this does add a lot of protection for the camera, which is what I want. I do want to start vlogging as much as possible, so this is a nice way to keep the camera protected and also have access to everything. You see the cutouts are very precise. You have access here to the remote, microphone, headphone, monitoring, and your HDMI and USB-C cable. You also have nice ergonomics here to remove the lenses. It's a nice little cutout. The only complaint right now so far is really just the... Go ahead and take off my 35. And I'm going to need to take off my Peak Design capture plate. Now, I haven't done a review on the EOS R yet, but if you guys are interested in a review, let me know. I've been using this camera for a while. I moved on from the 6. And I'm going to need to take off my Peak Design capture plate. Now, I haven't done a review on the EOS R yet, but if you guys are interested in a review, let me know. I've been using this camera for a while. I moved on from the 6400, if you don't know, and I've been enjoying it. All my videos in the past several months have been on this camera, along with that 35 millimeter camera. So let's go ahead and figure out how we put this on. So I can just slide it in.
Yeah, paper chasing patient on occasion. Western Park, that's my location. Life and death, what we was facing. Boy, gotta get that motivation.
Down there for the
Look at
screw.
my idols, I'm feeling adjacent, doing it that I wish
I just want to pause this for a second and say I'm glad Logic brought this back from Bobby Tarantino too. If you're a Logic fan, make a comment, man. I want to know. I know I got 2 viewers out there, but you know what I'm saying?
But other the people that paved the way, so a brother like me, he could get it today. Antoine, Erica, and 3K, can't forget those ain't here today. R.I.P. JG and Pimp C, pay your respect, so don't hold it against me. Devil, he calling me, he let it tempt me. God exempt me, why you sent me here? What I think about
FYI, my phone is charging. Got a wireless charger built into the desk. I'll talk about that in my final office tour whenever I get everything built out. But I can put it down now without even looking, and it just starts charging. It's so cool. So cool. They're both the same size. See that?
I said I'm happy the man I is, and I'm proud of the man I become. I'm proud that I'm from a slum and never got cold, I never got numb, except for the winter time and it's
No fit.
I transcend and I transform, poetic vision in rare form. Growing up, nobody there for him. I promise when I have a family, I'ma be there for him. I love hip-hop, hate a motherfucker gon' kick rock. No matter what happen, I'm never gon' stop. Like Cole said, if they don't know your dreams, then they can't shoot them down. But I'ma let the world know, cause I'm too high up to hit the ground. This shit right here is like therapy, spit it verily. I ain't perfect, I got problems, I got issues like People Magazine. Shoot from the hip and reload the magazine. I wish I could just go on forever, forever, ever and ever. But this rhyme, ill as it is divine, gonna be cut short today cause I'm out of studio time. Only thought I was recording these horns and not no rhyme. What can I say? Inspiration hits at any time. So I guess I'll have to conclude all my thoughts another time. Another rhyme, another a rhyme.
Alright, so once you get it on there, you get a nice snug fit. Cut this off. Okay. So, first impressions in the hand. 1, it was very easy to install. 2, this feels a little bit slippery because I'm losing a little bit of grip here. So as you can see, it comes up right to the edge. But this does add a lot of protection for the camera, which is what I want. I do want to start vlogging as much as possible. So this is a nice way to keep the camera protected and also have access to everything. You see the cutouts are very precise. You have access here to the remote, microphone, headphone, monitoring, and your HDMI and USB-C cable. Should know about the Discord. You also have nice ergonomics here to remove the lenses. It's a nice little cutout. The only complaint right now so far is really just the fact that this grip doesn't come out further enough, but it does do a nice job protecting the camera, which is what I wanted to do. You have a nice view of the screen, which is good. The hot shoe is nice and exposed, and you have plenty of space to turn the on button on and off. So that's good. And also here's the cold shoe. So just an example, you can take your shotgun mic and you could keep it on here, like I normally do. Or let's say you have
what you need, man?
Hey,
y'all let the dog, let Jay go outside. You gotta go outside.
You can attach your shotgun
him
mic
outside.
to the side
Go.
like this.
Let him outside.
Part, this cold shoe, and then you can.
Because he has to go potty. It's been raining.
Cable right here. Now with this shotgun mic,
Boy,
especially,
you could be with it.
it turns on and off if you plug it directly into the camera. So this is a pretty good shotgun mic.
Did you
But
put your,
if I wanted to add,
did you put the
let's
Nintendo
say,
Switch up?
a monitor arm or something like that,
Where's that?
I could get the attachment here, or if I had like
handle or something, and you can get out the way with this cold shoe mount. So it's a lot of versatility. Pretty good for those who need to have the option of doing. Oops, sorry about that. So it has a lot of utility. I had like a handle or something, it could get out the way with this cold shoe mount. So it's a lot of versatility. Pretty good for those who need to have the option of doing. Oops, sorry about that. So it has a lot of utility. Pretty good for those who need to have the option of doing. Oops, sorry about that. Pretty good for way with this cold shoe mount. So it's a lot of utility. So it has a lot of utility for those that have the need to mount different things. And so let me cage. You have a lot of mounting points. You have a spot here for I don't answer their questions, I leave them in the dark. Then I walk through the automatic doors. A couple fans spot me, but shit, I ain't on tour. I ain't trying to ignore, but I head to aisle 4 cause my draws think it's Let's go ahead and figure out how we put this on. You can get the attachment here, or if I had like a... Alright, so actually stepping around of some close-ups feels a little... Here, or if I had like a handle or something, it could get out the way with this cold shoe mount. So it's a lot of versatility. Pretty. So it has a lot of utility for those that have. So this is a pretty good shotgun mic. Hotel suck and the internet is I mean, why rap about everyday when I can murder punchlines and sound dope like this? Chilling with the homies at the crib, bumping pot dib. It's the life I live, you ain't know about it. Hit the studio with no ID, make a couple platinum records in it, and then I dip about it. On the 101, my wife text me, talking about you gotta get home, feed your son, girl, don't trip about it. Walk up in with applesauce and broccoli, little Bobby, better eat your greens, boy, don't get me lip about it.
We couldn't get the super sample cleared again. It's so annoying, bro. But honestly, I just say we chop up the Tory Moi joint that we were gonna put on Ultra 85 and just like flip and freak the shit out of that joint. I think it could be crazy. Call me back. I'm gonna chop it up on the MPC. Here I go.
Different. Said 183, I don't never do that. Yeah, you can't stop me when you start me, I'm a bad. Couple thoughts. Hey, you can't stop me when you start me, I'm a bad motor. I'm all gassed up and tired of being passed over. When I get to rapping for real, they should hand the cash over. Niggas think I'm floating when I'm rapping, but I'm mad sober. Miss some shots in my life because of bad focus. You miss your shots in your life because you mad bogus. Got a bigger chip on my shoulder that don't change shit. I'm from the era where you can't party if you don't bring shit. Ain't give a shit about math, but show my ass in language. When I fall, I really fall, so niggas say I ain't tripped. Try and go and do some shit that people said I can't do. Try and go and get some shit that niggas said I can't get. Funny how you can get played by who you played with. I done seen this shit happen before, you niggas stage shit. This ain't personal, I'm talking to all y'all. I'm moving forward, backing y'all down, y'all small ball. I can make any beat rap turn to lunch. And I ain't had lunch, and I ain't rap shit in months. Grab the microphone, you niggas just see a bad.
Yo, what up, Versatile?
Whipping y'all niggas ass, we really read the stat sheet. CITO running them tracks, he was an athlete. I'ma stop telling my
But if I wanted to add, let's say, a monitor arm or something like that, I could get the attachment here, or if I had like a handle or something, it could get out the way with this cold shoe mount. So it's a lot of versatility, pretty good for those who need to have the option of doing, oops, sorry about that. So it has a lot of utility for those that
trying to fix that part.
something like that. I could get the attachment here, or if I had like it directly into the camera. So this is a pretty good shotgun mic. But if I wanted to add, let's say, a monitor arm or something like that, I could get the attachment here, or if I had like a handle or something, it could get out the way with this cold shoe mount. So it's a lot of versatility, pretty good for those who need to have the option of doing cold shoe mount. So it's a lot of.
My nigga Miguel, man, we get it rocking.
And in the end, Daddy, you know what?
Hey, my nigga middle name Angel.
You're nothing but a misguided midget asshole with dreams
Yo.
of ruining the world.
So it has a lot of utility.
My eyes and my ears wide open. Now it's my nose. Yeah, I'm good on them hoes. Who would've thought I'd get here, dog? I know that you got me. Your mama and daddy, just like my mommy and poppy. That's my Espanol. I'm just bullshitting, nigga. That's the best friend goes. You can easily
So it has a lot of utility out the way with this cold shoe mount. So it has a lot of utility for those that have.
Hey, pro tip: hide the bad cuts with B-roll.
So it has.
I only say his name because I know that you gon' fuck with it. People won't know the player, but I can leave them lost. You see how I'm flipping this verse, dog? Yeah, I'm tough with it. Started working on sounding different, just trying to sharpen my skills. My nigga said he rocking if I'm rapping for real. After he said that, I made the intro to Golden, the prayer, cigarette bros, Genesis, Bentley, just to show you that I ain't no hoe, dog. You had a faux hawk when I ain't had no fro, dog. My mama said you family, nigga, that's for sure, dog. She told me that I had to go and find me a road, dog. Columbus to Atlanta.
So it has a lot of utility for those that have the need to mount different things.
We rockin' forever, dog. You heard my word, dog. My nigga be rapping Pastor Troy word for word, y'all. Yeah. The first nigga I was with when I had a drink. I make the beats at home and play them sheets in your car. Hey. Yeah. Back when we was out swerving in the eclipse. If I'm for real, nigga, you the fucking clips. That's real. Right.
So yeah, I usually make some markers so that I can come back later, throw some B-roll in. I usually shoot some B-roll before I can, but you know, if I don't have it, I'll redo it.
So it has a lot of utility for those that have the need to mount different things. A monitor, it could get out the way with this cold shoe mount. So it has a lot of utility for those that have the need to mount different things. And so let me set this down for a second, and I'm gonna let you see some B-roll of some close-ups. Feels a little slippery, but we'll see. Cold shoe mount. So
I was stuck in a relationship, thought I had it worse. Time after time, really thought I had a curse. But you stayed down.
So it has a lot of utility for those that have the need to mount different things. And so let me all right, so actually
that I see for you and Jess, fan and a friend. My nigga did it best. Told me I had talent and pushed me through the stress. You taking bar exams while I'm spitting bar exams.
And so let me set this down for a second, and I'm gonna let you see some B-roll of some close-ups. Feels a little slippery, but we'll see.
I was on NyQuil heavy with no overdose. High school chasing ghosts. Sorry I broke your dough.
Hey man, that's a definite. That's what she
Feels a
said.
little slippery, but we'll see.
I send you a contract. You said it's not the one. You need to call John Burns. You trying to This ain't about deep convos and handshakes. It's about who gon' be there when that
Feels a little slippery, but we'll see. All right, so actually stepping around the device, I've noticed some things that may be a problem, but nothing too concerning. So across the top, you have access to just about every button that you would need. However, if you do need the lock button, which you shouldn't need that very often, you can slide your finger in there and kind of press it. But if you need to use the light on the screen, you have a hard time hitting that. You have to kind of slide your thumb in there and hit it. However, there is a tiny little groove that you can see right here where you can, let me zoom in a little bit, there you go. You can touch it so you can kind of get like that and turn the screen on. Access to the mode dial is easy. Access to all the buttons on the back, of course, are easy. Right here, you have great access to your battery port, no issues here. The connectivity to it is go like that. Yo, what you working on? What you working on, Versatile?
Hey, the same sample, but I sped it up a little bit because wanted to rock a little more. Yo.
And you can take this one as well, kind of tuck it away.
Hey, I got the illest song, Superhero.
Okay. That's really cool because I never really wanted to take these off. I always want to keep them on just in case I need to add some. So if I'm using this nice little lip right here fits right in my hands very well. And I feel like I could hold this very steady if I was trying to do some nice pans or movements with this. I can do it pretty well with just holding it. The EOS R, because it's a mirrorless camera, it is a lot smaller than most DSLRs. So it is a little bit hard to keep steady, especially a camera like this without in-body steady. Be doing some videography for some clients. Say, please. So thanks everyone for shooting activities as I will be doing some different types of videos here on YouTube, and I will be doing some videography for some clients. A few accessories that I've recently purchased to kind of help with, say, please, be doing some videography for some clients. That's all I have to say about this product. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have any? This is one of the few accessories that I've as I will be doing some different types of videos here on YouTube, and I will be doing some videography for some clients. And I will be doing some videography for some clients. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you get notified when I have a video drop. Also, if you like the video, hit that like button. It really helps the channel out, helps me get discovered, fights against that algorithm that likes to push smaller channels like myself down. And also, I want to give a huge shout out. Yo, if y'all interested, I don't know what it is with Premiere, but Premiere has really changed my whole editing flow, and I like it. I like it a lot. If y'all want a video on that, let me know, because I feel like this flow could work in Final Cut. I don't know. I think it could, but I like the way I'm flowing right now. It feels natural, because what you're looking at right now is essentially the rough cut. All I'm doing right now is I'm going through it. I'm taking the selects that I've made from each video, and I'm trimming it down even more, and basically making a story, making sure that things kind of tie together very well. The next step would be to start adding the music, transitions, text. Woo, excuse me. Music transitions in text. And then once I do that, I'll create another sequence where I'll start adding. I'll copy the current sequence, the rough cut sequence, and I'll call it the same thing but add color to it, and then I'll start color grading it. And then after that, I'm pretty much done. That's usually when I export and upload. And I've already shot the thumbnail for this. I think I'm going to start shooting the thumbnail first from now on. I think that getting that out the way really sets like the vision for the video. And I did it after I did this video, and I felt really good looking back at the video I did, because it kind of tied together very well. So just some things that I've learned on the way, man. I think it's all a learning process. Everybody has their own style, but at the end of the day, find whatever works for you, but definitely listen to everybody who's doing the same thing that you're doing. If that makes sense. That's how I've built my own thing, you know, in quotation marks.
Yo, one thing that I do about the pressure, instead of sitting around and hoping that it lessens, is not try to lose myself inside of a bottle, and not send a mass text trying to meet a model. I date a centerfold to take pictures of centerfolds, and when we do dinner, we try to keep business on hold. She don't share the same passion that I got for 2K, but treat her photos like I treat my beats, so touche. Hit my homie from...
Have you ever asked yourself where the world is inside the solar system? Like, where are we?
To all 2,100 subscribers,
like,
you guys mean us
amongst all the stars. Who knows? Super brain freak.
And I want to give a huge shout out.
But an easier question than that is to ask yourself where we sit in the sea of art.
And also, I want to those like myself
that's
down.
Tangible. That's man-made. Man-made art.
And also, I want to give a huge
another like
shout out to all 2,100 subscribers. You guys mean a whole lot to me. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you guys for your support. It really means it really means a lot.
Is what you define as a house. But for someone that grew up on the opposite side of the world,
that you guys are watching my videos, sharing my videos, and commenting and interacting with me.
A kitchen, a living room.
This is why I do it, and I hope that my videos are helpful to you and anybody that you shared them with.
Just to think about.
Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Point is,
stay up.
The world inside it is man-made.
It really means a lot that you guys are watching my videos, sharing my videos, and commenting and interacting with me. This is why I do it, and I hope that my
everything is man-made. And what's more dangerous than
videos
that?
Are helpful.
But as I digress.
And anybody that you shared them with. So, until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay up.
So where should we begin? Maybe we should begin at the beginning. Sounds fine to me. Dinosaurs came in all colors. They were creatures with different features. Had teeth to eat you. They made beds called nests and laid eggs after they had sex. Inside them, whether they ate plants and meat is how you could divide them in a flint.
12-minute video. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's the prime. Over 10 minutes is usually the best because of ads. But your boy isn't even monetized, so I need a lot of help with that. I need more views. I need more watch hours. I gotta reach it before. I want to say it's coming up. I want to say my deadline's coming up to get enough hours, but
power up the cars. In Jurassic Park, it was a zone full of clones. They say their death came from the stars. An asteroid flew down and blowed up the grown.
You guys mean a whole lot to me. Thank you guys for rocking with me.
The entire Brady crew bit the dust like food from the floor. Just imagine one day all the crunch of rules.
So I'm done with my rough cut. Usually this is why I will watch everything all over again, but I'm not going to do that with you guys on the stream. So what I'll do is take this right here and I'll duplicate it and I'll rename it.
Pterodactyls was the birds, the prehistoric conceptual source of the mighty morphin combo. Word, it gets dangerous. Come hit the museum if you wanna hang with us.
Rough cut too.
Just the skeletons. Now if you wanna use brain case space as a metric for intelligence, then
I copied the wrong thing.
Smartest of the smartest, but you want one in box with the short arm carnivorous martial artist. You ain't gotta be the sharpest sawdust, slice the sausage or the largest ninja star in all of Harlem to carve apart.
First thing I'm gonna do is save.
If we arguing, they say they where we get chickens from. So which came first, ancestors or the chicken son? Skulls, flows, crossroads like tips and thumbs. And Bruce Lee's gi, tell me the
let me pause the music real quick, so I can see if this music matches the one I picked out. Your boy from Columbus, so I found a dope track that's called Columbus Park. I think it's gonna. What up? What up? What up? Hey Erica. Hey Marcos. What's up, internet? My name is Matt Santana. Let's see here. Welcome to the office where we discuss tech and welcome. I am. That music too sad, man. That music's real sad. I need to get to the beat. I think that's it. What's up, internet? My name is Matt Santana. Welcome to the. There we go. I know exactly where to stop it at. Aww. Y'all my biggest supporters. One thing that I do too is I'll take the music and I will set it to, if you go here, go to edit, you can set it as music and you can tell it to duck behind dialogue. So I need to mark all of this as dialogue. There we go. Now I'll generate the keyframes and we'll see what happens here. What's up, internet? My name is Matt Santana. Welcome to the office. See how it drops? See how the audio, the volume drops down? And videographer, and sometimes I find myself. That's called audio ducking. So if you ever watch a movie or interview or anything and you hear loud music and you hear it like duck down, usually they duck the audio rather than actually individually going in and dropping the volume of the audio. They actually tell the audio to listen for voice and then drop down. Can y'all hear me over the music, over me talking? Because I'm talking and then I'm talking. Meant to be a little bit more ergonomic. It is not meant for photographers. It is not. I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like this track, man. I don't like this track. I'm gonna have to find me something different. Y'all help me. Y'all help me out here. Help me out here. Alright. I really like this. It's got a long intro. You know that lo-fi hip-hop, man, it just hits different. I don't know, man. That's I feel like I'm at the club. I know what I'm gonna use that for, though. I know what I'm gonna use that for. I already used that one. I used that in my last video. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna let this beat play real quick. Hold on.
around me, no recruits. Stay down when it's cloudy, not a sun. I just want the cheese like where the Packers be. Never move.
Every time I get up, man, I lose viewers.
Trust again if you had ever turn your back on me. Heard you got that bag, well I must have a hefty guy on me. Yeah. Count up the loot. Count it up. Call up the troops. We coming through. We coming through. We coming through. Yeah. Call up. Count up the loot. Yeah. Count it up. Call up the troops. Call up. We coming through. Yeah. Coming through. We coming through. Yeah. Stacking my chips with the dip. I jump like a running back. My hit sick. This is not for fake, this is not pretend. I was always like this, just a white boy from the ends.
Superlative. I don't know why I read super laxative. That's gross. I think this might be it. Kinda what, babe? Kinda what?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's a good option.
I was destined for greatness, but my mama also she told me take care of the kids and then.
What? Why did I download that? This sounds like some Pretty Ricky. What y'all know about Pretty Ricky? Nah, I ain't using that. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Nah. I think I know what I'm using. What y'all think of this one? I think that's gonna be the sound. All right, so what I do here is, so I'm not using this track, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete it. I'm gonna go ahead and delete it, and then what I do normally is I will create a new bin called, I believe that's the right bin name. Let me check. So I watched a YouTube video that kind of explained like the best way to organize your footage, and usually that's what I do is I'll watch that. So audio, yeah, so see, I create folders that hold all of my assets for each video. 01 for Premiere, that holds the actual Premiere file. 02 holds the footage, so every video file, whether it's from a camera or a phone, I put it in that folder. Audio, that's where I will put all my music, any sound effects, and if for some strange reason I record a separate audio track, I'll throw that in there as well. Graphics is where I throw up any graphics that I have, whether it's just an image that I need to show while I'm talking or something like that, or if I need to do maybe like that's also where I put the thumbnail. So I put the thumbnail there. After I actually create the thumbnail, I'll put that there. And then export is where I just put the final file, or maybe like a file that I cut down short for social media, I'll put that there too. So for every video, I'll have this structure and I can go back to it and pull in. So if I need to upload to Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat or whatever, I can go to Adobe Creative Cloud app on my phone and I can access this folder. Pretty dope. I can't lie. Creative Suite is really, really fun. So yeah, we got our audio. Let me. Gotta remember to duck the audio. What's up, Internet? My name is Matt Santana. Welcome to the office where we discuss tech and the world around it. I am a professional photographer and videographer, and sometimes I find myself needing to switch back and forth between both modes. Now, that means that some accessories may not work well for me, meaning a lot of cages out there are built for videographers. They're very bulky, they're very modular, but they have some drawbacks for people who like to take photos. So I've searched and searched and searched, and I've come across the EOS R cage by 8 Cent. Now this cage is a little bit different because it is meant to be a little bit more ergonomic. It is not meant for photographers, it is not solely for videographers. However, I believe that the lightweight and ergonomics of this cage might fit the needs of any hybrid shooter out there. And if you're like me and you shoot videos and photos, this cage might be for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the unboxing, first impressions, and install, and let's see how this thing checks out. Okay, so we have a top-down view here. I hope you can see. Something about me says I need a second track for everything else. I don't know why. Crown Apple. Of course. Checks out. Okay, so we have a top-down view here. I hope you can see everything. And let's see how this thing checks out. Okay, so we have a top-down view here. I hope you can see everything well. This is the 8 Cent cage for the EOS R.
View of the 8 Cent cage, designed for Sony's 3rd generation.
And I decided to pick this particular cage up through a recommendation from another creator out there. Shout out to Dean Jackson for helping me with this. Shout out to Dean Jackson. I looked at that man's a beast. A lot of different cages, especially the more popular ones, but this. So, I don't like the audio in the beginning, man. What's up, Internet? My name sounds very tinny. It's Matt Santana. Welcome to the office where we discuss tech and the world around it. I am a professional photographer and videographer, and sometimes I find myself needing to switch back and forth between both modes. Now, that means that some accessories may not work well for me, meaning a lot of cages out there are built for videographers. They're very bulky, they're very modular, but they have some drawbacks for people who like to take photos. So I've searched and searched and searched, and I've come across the EOS R cage by 8 Cent. Now this cage is a little bit different because it is meant to be a little bit more ergonomic. It is not meant for photographers. It is not solely for videographers. However, I believe that the lightweight and ergonomics of this cage might fit the needs of any hybrid shooter out there. And if you're like me and you shoot videos and photos, this cage might be for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the unboxing, first impressions, and install, and let's see how this thing checks out. Okay, so we have a top-down view here. I hope you can see everything well. This is the 8 Cent cage for the EOS R, and I decided to pick this particular cage up through a recommendation from another creator out there. Shout out to Dean Jackson for helping me with this. I looked at a lot of cage by 8 Cent. Now this cage is a little bit different because it is meant. What's up, Internet? My name is Matt Santana. Welcome to the office where we discuss tech and the world around it. I am a professional photographer and videographer, and sometimes I find myself needing to switch back and forth, like to take photos. So I've
searched and searched and searched.
I'm playing around with the presets. Audio is a next frontier that I need to master. It's a beast. Audio is. I'm not even gonna get into audio.
Hey, photos. So I've searched and searched and searched, and I've come across.
Rather than learn how to repair bad audio, I rather learn how to get audio right in the first place. So that's what I'm doing. What you guys may not notice is that Internet? I actually shot this entire this entire video with my iPhone. You really can't tell because I have some lights that bring in a lot of light, and when you have a lot of light, you really can't tell what camera is being used. It's kind of hard. Messing up on what? You talking about on the video? No, I wasn't drinking Crown when I recorded the video.
Welcome to the office. Would like to take photos. So I've searched and searched and searched, and I've come across the EOS R cage by 8 cent. Now this cage is a little bit different because it is meant to be a little bit more ergonomic. It is not meant for photographers. It is not solely for videographers. However, I believe that the lightweight and ergonomics of this cage might fit the needs of any hybrid shooter out there. And if you're like me and you shoot videos and photos, this cage might be for you.
What's crazy is the iPhone 11 does a good job at directing the microphone to get the audio. If you notice, watch how it sounds. Watch the difference in the way it sounds when I'm standing in front of the camera versus when I'm standing behind the camera. Watch this.
Impressions and install, and let's see how this thing checks out.
Okay, so we have a top-down view here. I hope you can see everything well. This is the 8 Sen. Do y'all hear the reverb? Like, it sounds less airy and more close. Well, one, I'm closer to the phone, so obviously. But when you're behind the phone, it points the microphone like closer and it sounds a lot better. So it's pretty cool. If you guys don't know that the iPhone 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, and the regular 11 have directional microphones during video mode, it will like direct the microphone towards whatever is actually being picked up by the microphone. You can kind of tell in the video. There's some moments where I'm talking and I'm away from the phone, and then I get closer, and you can hear it switch to pick up my voice better. It's kind of cool, but because I know it's doing it, it's kind of annoying. I try to hide it, but I'm not going to stress on it. Cage for the EOS. This whole setup that I'm doing right now is a little bit temporary because I plan on upgrading the audio, and eventually some of these things will change. So hopefully the microphone that I'm using up here will be solely used for on the go. And then the microphones that I'm using that I have in the closet that I'll use as my primary audio source. Oh no, I messed up saving it because the power went out. Power went out, and because I have all this power, the tiny little battery backup that I have literally cut off immediately. I need to get a bigger battery backup. This is supposed to be 15 minutes for like basic appliances, not all of this stuff I have plugged up. And I decided to pick this particular cage up through a recommendation from another creator out there. Shout out to Dean Jackson for helping. Okay. All right. So I've been streaming for about an hour. I appreciate everybody watching. I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream off. Go ahead and finish up this edit so that I can relax for the rest of the night and take about another hour or so and finish this edit. I got a lot done, and I hope that you guys found this helpful. And if you guys are interested in learning Premiere or anything like that, reach out to me, let me know, because I'm looking for some ideas for some tutorials that I may do. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of tutorials on just Adobe products in general, and there's a lot of information out there that I've been enjoying. So if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. This video will come out on Monday. Definitely check out the video that I dropped yesterday. I will, let me see here. I will drop it in the comments right here. That's my latest video. That's episode 2 of my office tour. I am probably planning maybe 4 to 6 different episodes for this office renovation that I'm going through. First was an office tour where I showed you the office as is. And then the video that I just linked was the video that dropped yesterday, and that talks about organization tips and the ways that I'm organizing my closet. All of this is in preparation for the next episode and so on and so forth. So definitely check it out. If you like it, hit that thumbs up button. I don't know if a lot